Righto, here we are, driving up the Alpine Road, and look what we found here. This is pretty awesome. Hey? Unreal. The Snowy Mountains, Australia's high country. Well, pretty cool, but if we can make it the next 130 k's without someone spilling in my car, that'd be pretty good. Let's go. Check this out, hey? We just stopped halfway up Alpine Way at a Tom Grogan horse camp. Whoa, hey? I wish we would have camped here last night, but it would have taken us forever. I just got bitten by a big ant, look at that. Oh man, that hurt. Far out. Oh, anyway, where was I? Check this out. Oh, that's a nasty stinger. Could have parked up here and rolled the swags out. Tom Grogan Horse Camp, check it out if you're coming through the Alpine Way, because, mate, this is brilliant. We're just going to stop here for a bit of lunch, get the kids out, and then another hour we'll be in Jindabyne. One of our go-to lunches on the road, usually it's making it, but anyway, I lucked out today. It's just rice cakes with tuna, cheese and cherry tomatoes, and if we're lucky enough to have an avocado, that's not $400, then we usually have a bit of avo on it as well. But awesome, mate, easy to use, light, not much space, doesn't take up much room in the ute, and just stop here, 10 minutes, have a quick lunch and get back on the road. It's pretty good, eh?
Nice with this view.
Yeah.
Hey, kids are going down to munch on lunch down there. Yummy!
Righto, we've just arrived in Jindabyne. I'll tell you what, if you don't like windy roads, or if you get car sick, do not do the Alpine Way, because it was only 130 k's, but it took us about 4.5 hours, so far out. Anyway, we're pulling up in Jindabyne and we're staying, sorry about the kids, we're staying at the Ridges Horizons for our first stop.
I'm doing this story, sorry.
And as we go, we're wandering in. She's busy smashing chocolate, that's her problem. I better not go through there. I should probably measure myself. Maximum height 2.6. Yeah, I don't know about that with the swags on the roof. Anyway, we'll check in here and give you a look around. Ridges Resort, Ridges Horizons. I tell you, it's not often that we stay in resorts and stuff. You know, caravan camping is our thing, but this is a whole lot of fun, mate.
It's a nice luxury, isn't it?
Unreal, it's so good. I did. Did you see this? Ready? Righto, day one on our high country trip with ARB. We're kicking it off at Ridges Horizons in Jindabyne. So this is something different for us again. Usually, you know us, we're traveling on our own. This time we've got about 6 cars with us, heap of other ARB ambassadors. I'll run through now and show you their rigs quick. Along the trip, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you their setups and a couple of cool tracks along the way. So we'll slide through. Take it over to Mark, he's ARB marketing, hey, in his GU Patrol. One of the ARB headquarters cars, it's a decked out catalogue car. Drop in here. This is Lowry and Xenia, say good day. We deal with Xenia a lot with the social media marketing, and Shannon's here as well, who's PR. Next car is Colby and his missus over here.
How you going?
There you go, 4x4 together, innit?
Yeah, 4x4 together.
And then Marshall and Danica, say good day.
Hey guys.
Hey, they're in the D-Max here, so we'll get to see what one of these goes like. Our rig, you've all seen this one. And then up the back, the boys from X4, hey? Say good day, Matty. Keen for this trip or what?
How are we? Yeah, mate, pretty keen. Early start, but happy days.
It's good. Something different for all of us. Normally we're on our own. Normally Matty's got his own crew. He's only down to one today, so we'll see.
Mixing it up.
Hey, there we go. But it's going to be a fun trip. Heaps of cool guys, heaps of cool cars. And we're hitting the high country. It's going to be sick. So we just hit the dirt, heading into the high country. It's only going to be 4 high for a while, but we're all going to drop our tyres. I go down to 26. What do you run, mate? You going down to what?
We'll probably go straight down to about 25.
Yeah,
That'll be right.
I'm the same. 26 on dirt, killing it. Everyone's dropping them. Then we'll get going. We've got a lot of dirt road transfer on this high country trip. A few hardcore tracks, but there's a lot of travel days too. So anyway, make it easier on everything. Drop your tyres. Good to go.
First stop, Willis Craigie Lookout.
So a bit of an insight into what we do on travel days. It's probably the same as anyone. We just muck her out. Beck's got a new favourite song off that bloody movie with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. And usually I get to enjoy her lovely voice. But the kids hang out the back. Charlie always seems to be freezing, so she has to wear a beach towel as a blanket, and we have to turn the aircon off, so that's fantastic for us.
Billy sings the whole time.
Usually.
And make noises.
It works because Charlie's in the middle, and she breaks it up, because otherwise the boys would be thumping each other because they get on each other's nerves, which is fair enough, I suppose. They've been living in each other's pockets for 3 years. Yeah. Mate, if anyone's annoying, it's you, bro.
Middle child syndrome.
Anyway. You held it. Righto, so we just pulled up at a place called Willis Campground. We're not going to stay here because it's pretty close to Jindabyne, so we're going to keep rolling today. But if you're coming through this part of the country, check it out. It's brilliant. Hey, I reckon when there's a bit more water in here and the sun's out, it'd be a great spot for the kids to have a swim. Heaps of campsites up here.
Look at these rolling hills.
It's really easy to get in. Like, we didn't even need 4-wheel drive to get here. It's just all dirt road. It's freshly been graded, so we're pretty bloody lucky. And I reckon you can come here with a fair crew and have a massive, either a party night, or you could just chill out and have fun. So check it out, Willis Campground, just over the border into the VIC High Country. I'm loving it. First low range track of the trip. It's called the Jindabyne or Gooby Booby or something. I don't know. I took a photo of it before, so I'll put that over the footage so you can tell. But anyway, a bit of fun as always. Low range, second, cruising up the hill. A few steps and stuff, nothing too gnarly, but there we go. First serious track of this trip on day one. I'll give you a look at it. It's called the Jindabyne. Check that. Anyway, drop some tyres down and head up here to the low range stuff. There's plenty of this stuff in the high country, eh? So good fun. Can't wait.
Matt's is going well.
Yeah, it is, mate. This, like I said, it's the first trip with the new canopy on the back, so we're probably at least 300 kilos heavier than we used to be doing this sort of stuff with the GVM upgrade. So it's nice to see how it performs and try and gauge how hard we can go. So when we are on our own, we'll know our limits, you know. So anyway, it's going well. I'm just hanging to get to camp, actually.
The same.
Oh,
yeah.
Anyway, a couple of tins. Set up camp, we'll show you around, but we've got a few hours driving yet. So this track here, off the side track, only a couple of boys with lockers are having a go, because seriously, watch this, I reckon you'll get a bit of wheels up action there. And that is why I won't be doing it in my car. It's all too easy. There you go. Next car I get, I need about 4 inches of lift and twin lockers, and then I might have a crack at that. Check it, look at this. I'm just about to fall over walking down it. Okay. Do you drive up that, P? No. What about you, Master? You gonna have a crack? Righto, lunch stop on day one. At the top of this beautiful lookout. It's just a helipad up the top of the mountains. Check it out. Look at the view. Okay. This is unreal. Here's your access. So, ham salad sangers out of the fridge. Beck's got a wrap because she's one of those horrible people that doesn't like to eat gluten. But
no.
Anyway, that's not the only bad thing about her either. Hey?
Seriously.
She's a good egg sometimes. Right. Pretty keen for the rest of the arvo. What do you reckon?
Mm.
Come on.
Mm.
Can you speak with a mouthful?
Yeah, of course I can.
Mm. You had plenty of practice, have you?
Yeah. How good are these wraps?
Righto, that was the Jindabyne track. Took us about, I don't know, probably an hour and a half to go up and down.
Yeah.
Bit of a look out at the top for the lunch stop. Low range climbing and stuff, and now we're back on the main trail. No idea what it's called, but we're heading to an old schoolyard or a schoolhouse. Have a look around there, and then we're going to make tracks for our campsite so we can hopefully pull up camp at about 3:30 and the arvo chill out, let the kids have a run around. It's been a big day in the car and they start to get a bit cranky, so we need to burn some energy, get out of this bloody car. Anyway, we'll be there soon. Well, that was lucky, hey? Urgent situation, and we've managed to pull in here with, I reckon, seconds to spare. Good old suggin' buggin'.
And oh my god,
What do you
lots of
reckon?
bits.
Holy hell, look at the ants. You need to go, boys?
No.
Nah, I do. I'm gonna go take a dirty big. Alright, so we're just driving down towards our campground for the first night. And I'll show you a bit of footage, but the weather's coming in. It's been, I don't know, like 36 it got to. It's been stinking hot all day, and then of course we're going about half an hour away from camp, going to set up, and it looks like it's just going to absolutely flog down with rain. So anyway, that's the high country, eh? It happened to us last time. Yeah, you get the best and you get the worst all in one day. So anyway, see what happens. Stop, you're allowed to collect firewood along the side of the trail, so we're going to park in here, try and pick up some of this, and then even if we do get wet tonight, we can try and crank a fire big enough, just still have a good time, so we'll go and get something in. We're going into a place called Little River. Pretty keen after a big day with the kids in the car and low range. We just want to pull up, set up camp, don't we, dear?
Yeah, we do.
You ready, kids?
Yeah.
Who's going to set up the swags for me? Not me. You're out. Yeah, I'm stopping. You're out now. You're out. So, Beck's just going to give us a rundown on what a drop bear is.
I don't know what a drop bear is.
Can you believe that?
I've never heard of a drop bear. Have you? Good morning. We are on day 2 at this beautiful campsite, but it's kind of bucketed down rain a bit last night, so we had to move the swags in. I slept really well.
And the lads are still asleep in there.
The boys are still
just us
asleep.
3 and Charlie Bear getting ready.
Charlie climbed in fast.
How'd you have a good sleep? So it's going to be a good day today. We're heading, well, it might be a bit tough getting out of here considering we had so much rain and the fire trail coming down to the campground's pretty muddy and it's got a lot of those whoops in it to divert water. But I reckon by the time we have a bit of fun getting out of here and then make our way down to Buchan, it'll be a good day. So we'll show you what that's all about. I'll take you for a quick walk through the campground now and show you what it's like. It's a pretty good one here. Heaps of space. You can see around, there's like 8 of us camped up here all around. But there's concrete fire pits, there's barbecues and things for your camp oven. There's bollards here to tell you where you can and can't camp. And then there's also a drop loo over here, so that's pretty handy if you haven't got your own porta potty like us. But awesome outlook. Look at that, hey? Swags right on the sort of edge there, overlooking the mountain and the river. It's pretty bloody awesome. Get the fire going this morning, some bacon and eggs, and we'll be ready to roll. Okay? We'll go and see these lads over here. How'd you sleep last night, Marshall?
Too bad, mate.
Hey?
Alright.
Bit of rain didn't bother you?
Nah, she's waterproof in there.
It was good, eh?
Yeah, it's good.
What about you lads, explore?
Yeah, he killed it.
Good night.
Slept like baby best.
How'd you go up there in the top, mate?
Beautiful, mate. Didn't even notice the rain.
I know, right. The only issue we had a 3-year-old climb in with us at about 2 o'clock in the morning. But that generally happens anyway. The boys are still asleep, so
Yeah, it's the wrong.
we know they're
wrong
sleeping well in
swag
there.
Crawled into last night.
I can imagine with a mow like that, you'd end up in plenty of random swags, bro. Alright, it's gonna be a good day. Let's go and have a look, eh? What's happening here, Jack?
Popping the fire.
What are you doing?
Popping the fire.
We are going to put the fire out. So last time we come through the high country on a trip, honestly we stopped probably 6 or 7 times in the morning to put out other people's campfires as we were driving out. So the danger with it up here, you might think it's out in the morning, but you get these really hot days, say mid-30s, a bit of wind picks up, and a campfire that you do think's dead actually takes off again, and then you've got all these other people out in the high country, and you could end up putting them in danger as well. So make sure you put it out, plenty of water, get the young fellas to help, hey? And make sure you put them out properly. Can you do it, Jack?
Yep.
There you go. Nice and easy, just dribble it on there. That's it. Walk around, pour it on that big log. Righto, head up out of this campsite. Morning, day 2. It's gonna be a bit slippery, but we'll have a crack. So this is McKillop Bridge, pretty bloody impressive. You can feel the whole thing shaking when you drive over the top of it. But check out the view when you're coming past it. Look at that. Hey? Ah, that's pretty specky, eh? Something to check out when you're coming through the high country. Righto, so we are bailing out on the others today. They've got a 4-hour track one way, low range, and then another 2.5 hours around to Buchan where we're staying tonight. So we've got to think about kids as well. So we've got to make it fun for them. We spent all day in the car yesterday, and so we're just going to backtrack and shoot straight to Buchan. We've also got some schoolwork to do because we homeschool our 2 eldest.
Yep.
Or Beck does, don't you, Mrs. Beck?
Yeah, so we'll basically get back to Buchan and get into our motel for the night and get a couple hours done for schoolwork.
Get some washing done, chill out, let the kids play.
The kids are actually keen to do their schoolwork, believe it or not.
There they are, yeah.
Yeah,
So
just a little break from the car for them, and
it's a
they need that.
good tip for others too. You can't push your kids too far, or we've tried it and failed. You spend a couple of days and you keep going and going and going doing this stuff, and they end up snapping, and then you have a couple of terrors to deal with. It's easier just to give them a break. And like I've got 3 kids to deal with, but if we spend too long in the car, then I've got 4 kids to deal with.
You'll get it.
So it's easier just to chill out.
Yeah.
So we're pretty keen.
And the ARB guys were super cool with it. They understand what it's like travelling with a family and all these 4-drive tracks in the high country. So
yeah, it's definitely not how we normally travel. It's always a couple of hours on this sort of stuff, and then we might pull up for a few days at a campsite and enjoy it all.
All the young guns are...
The young guns are, but I reckon there's probably a few of them that wouldn't mind coming back to Buchan and chilling out too. Ooh, how's this? If you're into a good meat pie, drop into the Roadhouse at Buchan.
It's really good. They're like homemade ones.
Homemade ones, look at this. They look so
Tasty
good. Anyway, kids are loving them. And it's just what you need after a windy road with everyone feeling a bit crook. So, check it out.
Do I need to eat it now? Go on.
Just eat it.
No.
Alright, so it's day 3 on the trip now. This is our last day together, and we'll end up in Omeo, the Sabo. This is where we stayed last night. We had a sweet little cabin at the Buchan Motel. So, nice outlook, easy walk down to the pub. Good food down there, cold beers as well. And then everyone's out here. This is what it looks like. Just scan around. This Charlie's ready to go. Everyone's pretty ready. It's an early start, 7 o'clock this morning. And we're all going to go down to the Roadhouse, have brekkie and a coffee before we head off. But plans have changed a bit because Dargo's shut because of all the fires and stuff. We're going to end up in a place called Omeo tonight. So not sure how many Ks we're going to do, but it'll be a big day. Then we'll camp up there beside another pub and it'll give you a look around. So pretty keen. It's been such a good trip, eh? Good crew, good tracks. The only thing that's let us down is the weather. Righto, this is the track we're going to do on day 3. It's called the Haunted Stream Track. Apparently it's pretty muddy and stuff, so we're going to, well, we've just aired down, but we're going to go and have a crack at it. The weather is pretty atrocious, and I'll tell you, it was warmer this morning at 5 o'clock than it is now, so we're all rugged up, about to go and get a bit wet and muddy and have a crack at it. We'll show you a bit about it.
So a hot tip if you're on these winding roads in the VIC High Country and you're like me, I've got a bit of a weak stomach, and over the years I've become accustomed to getting some motion sickness when in the car. So what I did, I was getting a bit of vertigo actually, so what I did is I went and had a test with an optometrist and got myself a set of glasses, which hands down has made the trips on these winding roads a lot easier. My next tip is grabbing yourself a packet of ginger tablets. So here they are, they're just from Woolies. And I just take a couple of these before we hit the road, and it just calms my stomach. So these are excellent to have with you.
Righto, so a little bit different scenery here, but I'm just putting this video together on Final Cut for our episode. And I realised that we haven't really got much footage of day 3. Well, I do, but not much actually explaining what was going on. It was a big day on a muddy track, and it was really just the one track before we ended up in Swift Creek, not Omeo. We ended up pulling up in Swift Creek at the caravan park. It's a pretty cool spot close to the pub and everything. But it got pretty hectic for us. There's Beck over there.
Am I supposed to be in this video?
You can be in it.
I'm just doing
hang on, no, I'll face this way. No, you're out. Beck's doing a bit of work as well. This is what we do on rainy days after a big trip. We sort of settle down for a few days and punch out a bit of work.
We've got jumpers on.
I know, what the hell is with this weather? But anyway, the Haunted Stream Track. It was absolutely a killer track. I think normally if you go there when it's wetter or more water around, it'll be more muddy obviously, but also all the river crossings we did, which was probably about 30 of them, they could get really interesting if there was a lot of water in them. So it'd be good fun, good footage. And then we popped out at the other end of the track and ducked down the highway into Omeo. But yeah, for us, halfway up the trail, we were the second last car. We followed the rest of them up the same line, and I think the main issue with us is the way our vehicle's set up with the canopy and a lot of weight on the back. It sort of acts or reacts differently to a lot of the other cars that haven't got so much weight on the back. So we took the same line, and Michael told me to stay on one line, give it a bit of gas, and the front end just picked up and sort of understeered, put me off the side of the track. Beck freaked out a little bit. She was up the top videoing it.
I legit freaked out.
So she ran down and grabbed the kids out, and then the boys grabbed the winch out for me. We wrapped it around a tree up the top and pulled out, no dramas. So, but it was a good track, it was good fun, and a really good finish to the trip on that one. So anyway, Haunted Stream Track, check it out. trip done. We never got a chance to do a proper sign off and a thank you because I think we all got too pissed at Swift Creek. The campfire there was brilliant. We had a good time. But I just want to do a quick shout out to everyone on board. It was an ARB ambassador trip. So first and foremost, thank you to the marketing guys and the PR guys there. It was brilliant.
It was an awesome trip, guys. I was so stoked to be involved and honestly the best bunch of people.
Yeah, so if you haven't already, check out the other guys who came along. They got some awesome pages and do some great content as well. It was Matt from Explore 4x4, and then it was Colby and P from 4x4 Together, and Marshall and Danica from
Pump and Wine!
Hey, and of course Off-Road Images and the Mighty 79. He's a wicked photographer. He comes along on a lot of these trips to capture all the epic moments and with
the
quality
legends from
photography.
ARBs.
Yeah.
So the management guys and the PR and
thanks Shannon,
you
thanks
guys.
Xenia,
Awesome.
and thanks Mark Berger. Wicked
And
trip.
Larry.
And Larry. Thanks so much. Hopefully next year's bigger and better, and well, hopefully we're still involved as well. But anyway, see ya. Hope you enjoyed that. Any questions, comments, whatever about the High Country, hit us up, and of course subscribe on one of these buttons.